Alright, this is a Dell Inspiron 5150 that my friend gave to me for free. It is dead, I will say that first and foremost so you don't get too excited. There's a problem with either the motherboard or the power circuitry. It does not turn on. It'll never work again. A friend of mine gave me this laptop for free. This is the biggest, heaviest laptop I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at the thickness of this thing. Let me grab the 1525. And just put her right on top there, and you can see, well, not too big of a difference. Well, yeah, I'd say when you get at this end, the back of this thing compared to the front of this, it's almost twice the thickness. But a friend of mine gave me this for free. He doesn't own a computer of his own, so a friend of his gave this to him, and his friend did not know if it worked or not. So he gave it to my friend, and it didn't come with an AC adapter, so he had no clue if it worked or not, or to what extent it worked. So he came to me, he said, "Trent, I got this laptop, I'd like to get it working if it's any good. Will you have a look at it and get it working for me?" And he offered, he said he'd pay me to get it working. I said, sure, why not? I wasn't sure if I had an AC adapter that would fit it, but indeed, the AC adapter for my 1525 does in fact fit it. And the voltage is right and everything. I looked it up. So, first of all, this computer has an Intel Pentium 4 processor, probably around 3.2, 3.4 gigahertz. It has 256 megabytes of RAM and a 40 gigabyte hard drive. So I plugged this thing in, and all that happened, as soon as I plugged it in, the power light came on and the charge light came on, but nothing else happened. Nothing spun up, and it made no noises whatsoever. The screen didn't light, no beeps, no nothing, no response to any keys or anything. All that happened was the power light and the charge light came on. So I took the extraneous parts out of it. I took the RAM out, I took the hard drive out, I took the Wi-Fi card out. This thing is built-in Wi-Fi. Considering this was made in 2004, this is probably one of the first laptops ever to have Wi-Fi built right in. I'll show you this sticker right here. So I took all the extraneous parts out of it, and it behaved the exact same. So I said, hey, you know what, I think it's completely dead, motherboard failure, it'll probably never work again. So he said, it's mine. So I have this thing now. I took the hard drive out and put it in my hard drive enclosure, 40 gigabyte drive, and it is a perfect working hard drive. So I got a free 40 gig hard drive out of it. Cool. So what I think I'm going to do is put it in the TravelMate, which the hard drive in it right now is 30 gigabytes. So I'm going to put this 40 gigabyte drive in the TravelMate and put the TravelMate's 30 gigabyte drive in my enclosure, and the 4 gigabyte drive that's in my enclosure I'll just put into storage for safekeeping. So yeah, I got a free hard drive out of it and a free stick of 256 megabyte stick of DDR RAM, which isn't really that useful to me because I don't have any other laptops that could use some DDR RAM. So yeah, that's really pretty much all there is to show of this thing. The latest dated files on the hard drive were 2008, so I assume that was when this was last used. Too bad it failed when it was only 4 years old. I looked it up, and the Inspiron 5150 is actually one of the worst laptops Dell ever made. So many of them had motherboard failures and power circuitry failures that Dell was actually sued for it. There was a class action lawsuit which the consumers won, and every consumer with a Dell Inspiron 5150 at that time was, I believe, offered some sort of cash reward. See the very faded Pentium 4 sticker there. I've never seen a Windows key up here on a laptop. That's very funny. Backspace is broke off. The backspace key came with it, but I never got it on. And I was just playing with the backspace key once, and just earlier today, and it just fell right in half. It just broke right in half through the middle. So yeah. So here's Enter, which I've just mutilated from its place. Keys are flimsy as heck. Well, this wasn't as bad as the. There we go. Yeah, keys are flimsy as heck. So obviously, being such a terrible laptop, it's not worth, you know, finding a new motherboard or something to fix. I took the RAM and hard drive out of it. I'm going to take it apart and take the processor, I guess. If anyone wants to buy the RAM or the processor, message me and I'll see if I can get Mom to put it on eBay. So you can bid on it and probably buy it, because who else is going to want that crap? But otherwise, I might have some fun with this thing. This is a very solid laptop. It might have been terrible in terms of electronic quality, but in terms of physical quality, this thing is top notch. This is one of the toughest, most solid built laptops I've ever seen. So I might film me doing a physical torture test. I might throw it around, take it outside, out to my pit of destruction in the backyard. That's a 2-foot deep, huge hole where I destroy things like dead hard drives and such. And I have a huge 15-20 pound rock that I throw on them to destroy them. So I think I'll do that to this, and then I'll just throw this away. So we'll take one last look at it. Huge, thick laptop, and heavy too. Something like 7 or 8 pounds. This is the battery. The battery is huge as well. It might be a two-handed job to... I know. Put my feet to work. There we go. The battery is 96 watt hours. That is amazing. Because most batteries in laptops are what? 48 or 52 watt hours. This was 96. 6.4 amp hours, 14.8 volts, and good size battery. Don't tell Al Gore, I'm just going to throw that away too. So there's what the bottom looks like. There's your modem. Fan inlet there. I assume that's an inlet, and I assume that's an outlet. Your power, S-video, 2 USB, your VGA, Firewire, oh cool, and Ethernet. And then the other side you have a card bus slot. I assume card bus rather than express card. I think it's card bus. There's where your hard drive goes, IDE hard drive, your sound, and it had, I should say has, because I think I'll say this too. This might fit in other laptops. A CDRW and DVD-ROM drive. I'm running out of tape here. Here's the hard drive, 40 gigabyte Fujitsu, made in March of 2004. Just an IDE drive. Yeah, I'm just about out of tape. There's a quick video of the Dell Inspiron 5150. Look forward to a smashing video of this thing sometime.